Most people really think Excel is slow, but the real problem is that the sheet is badly designed. If your Excel file works today but breaks the moment you add new one row, that means this video is for you. Because the formulas don't fail, the Excel is actually weak. So they fail because the data is messy. And one mistake which nobody talks about is called as normalization. When I shared one sheet with you, and this sheet is all about messy data. Now, lot of name comes in, combined is there, dates are combined, you see the amounts are combined. So a lot of things are there which is not in multiple values in the one system. Now it looks okay until you try to put the filters, pivot tables and or automations, everything. But this is where most Excel user stuck forever. What is normalization? Normalization simply means organization the data so Excel can understand it easily. That's it. No big English, no technical drama. But when data is normalized, Excel becomes powerful. When it is not, Excel becomes painful. There are many types of normalizations, 1F, 2F, 3F, but don't worry, in Excel, 80% of the problem gets solved with just one thing that is called the first normal form. Let's focus on that. Why normalization matters in Excel? If your data is normalized, the filters work properly, the pivot tables work smoothly, formulas don't break, and you can have an easy way around on the data. But if it's not, you keep fixing Excel instead of using Excel, and which is most of the 80% of people don't know. And because of that, that is the problem. Let's get into the example of the first rule of 1F. One 1F says that the first rule, one value per cell. Now each cell should contain one value. Now what do I mean by that? If you see here, the student ID and a name and a phone number, if you see, now this column is pretty problem. Why? Because there are multiple phones. Now you might be having a scenario where one person has one phone, two SIM cards, three SIM cards, right? So they might be having three phones. But yes, that's right. But then again, you have to make it in a certain way that it has to be one value per cell. So in fact, you can do this way also, wherein you are putting the same entry with the same ID, same name and a phone number. But yes, you can do another way by which you can put a column here, you can put here, and you can just put insert a column and alternate number you can put, and then you take this number and put it here, and there you go. This way you can do. So this way is also possible. But yes, the rule of 1F is that first rule is that each cell should contain one value. Rule number two is one column is equal to one type of data. That is same type of data should be there in one column. Don't mix dates and text. Don't mix numbers and words. Now what do I mean by that? In this data, if you see, there's a product ID, there's a product name, price and quantity is there. But if you see in the second column, second row of data, when mouse is there, free with purchase and out of stocks is there, which means either one is in the text and other is in number, and that will be a problematic for you in the pivot as well as in the formulas as well. So if you follow the 1F, it should be like this. The price should be 0 in that particular data, row of data. Second should be quantity, and the special offer you can mention it as free with purchase. But this way, the data will be consistent and also the data types will also be consistent. Rule number three, every column must have a clear name. Now, each column needs a unique and clear heading. So that means no blanks, no confusion. So what do I mean by that? Now in this case, if you see in this particular ID, now row of data, employee ID, name, email, and email is and phone number is there. But here if you see, what is the problem? Can you check the problem? The two columns are both with the similar header, name, everything, nothing space is there. If you see no space between, no space, E is also capital, E is capital, MAL, I is also. So here there is a problem. Why? Because when you put a VLOOKUP or some other formulas, this will not take and get confused which column you need to take it. So either you name it as a work email and personal email so that they can understand what exactly you're trying to do. So this is what the duplicate column names can be a problem for you. But if you have all the column names are unique, then that is the way of go around. Rule number four. each row represents one record. That is one row equal to one complete record, which means that there should be no merged rows, no repeating groups. So what do I mean by that? Now, if you see in this example, now name is there, department is there, years is there. But what is happening here? Data is relying on the physical order, which means that there is no unique kind of thing by which you can signify this data and also distribute this data. And that's why, because name can be duplicates, your department can be duplicates, and years also can be duplicates. So there is no such column which can be called as a unique. And this will be a problem when you put a VLOOKUP, because VLOOKUP base is based on your commonality, the common element which is there in the both the things. But if it is a common is there, which means again the duplicate C is there. So again the VLOOKUP will not be happening. So after when you follow the one F, it has to be some, you need to put some employee ID, which can be unique, and that can be done in the E200. And this rows can be reordered without losing meaning as well. So if you want to go John Connor, Sarah Connor, and Kylie Reese, you have 103, 101, and 102. So this way you can do that as well. Now, if you want to master Excel the right way, not just a formula, no, more of the logical things, I have created an online Excel course where I teach about the data structure, logic, and real world usage. Because this is most 80% of the people just know the formulas, but they don't know the logic why to put like this normalization and other things. The link is in the description. Check out after this video because that will help you to learn Excel in the right way. Now we have come to the end of the video. Remember this, Excel is not hard, bad data is. Fix the structure, formulas became easy later. Now if this video have saved you from the Excel frustration, whatever you are doing, subscribe to channel. More simple practical videos are coming. Just comment me what this you liked about this video so that I can learn and I can also make my changes in my video. See you the next time and tata bye.